Okay, folks, this is Stealth Swimmer here. Just got back from a Ron Paul meetup group meeting a few minutes ago for a precinct convention training, which I didn't even know was important. I thought it was just for people who wanted to be delegates, and well, apparently, I guess I will be a delegate because all the people in the meetup groups are saying, if we all do go to county convention, then we're all gonna go to the same place anyway, so I'll be able to get a ride, which is important for me because I don't have a vehicle. But anyways. Uh, Thing is, I didn't even realize how important the precinct convention was because, in our, American government class, political science 206, the professor was like, oh, after the voters vote, then you have, people in precinct conventions, and that's the next step, and then it goes to county, and then the next step, but you guys don't need to know about that, because most voters don't really go to those. And I was like, I interpreted it as, voters aren't allowed to go, but apparently he was just saying that most voters don't go. But apparently the precinct convention, that's where the decision is actually made, and, how many delegates support each candidate, and so forth. So really, I mean, the votes are just like a straw poll, I guess you could say, right? And a lot of people don't go to precinct conventions. I don't know how it's done in other states, but in Texas, that's how we do it. Go to precinct conventions. So we're gonna try to rack up as many delegates as we can for Ron Paul. After the polls close on the final polling day, which is the 4th, Tuesday, which is when I'm going to vote probably. Either then or probably I'll vote Monday. I don't know. Probably I'll vote Tuesday because that's when I only have one class. But anyways, it was pretty awesome. They're just giving us the rundown on, how the precinct convention works and stuff like that. And I highly suggest that people from other states look into how things are done for their state because, that's how you get a candidate into office that you want. And or just get delegates and, people involved in the political process that support, similar views. And I really think this is an important time because it's a pivotal moment for people in the U.S. and in the country, especially with the economy. I like to follow the economy sometimes as a hobby, but the point that we're at right now, I just didn't think it would be so soon. I always thought it would be, probably coming up as an issue at the next election, like in 2012 or 2016 for that matter. I was like, I didn't think it would be so soon, but it, economy's in bad shape. GDP is growing, but it's all based on borrowed money, inflated money, money that, it just has no real value. Or it does, but not as much as it really should be having. And so, that's why the housing market's going down and everything, which, I doubt poor people care about the housing market, but, we just care about inflation. And inflation's just, it keeps going up, and it's just getting ridiculous. But, anyways, point is, y'all from other states also, not just Texas, need to get involved. I was always turned off to politics because I was like, it's the lesser of two evils all the time, but here I finally find someone like Ron Paul and talking about just what I naturally believe in as a human being, not even just politics, just as a human being, what I believe, what I believe as a person, and it's amazing because no other candidate really addresses that, and this is the main reason, of course, is the economy. And so a lot of things tie into the economy people don't realize, foreign policy, all that other stuff. But and he's the only person who demonstrates a true understanding of the economy. It's not to say that other candidates don't understand it, it's just that he's the only one that demonstrates the understanding when he speaks. If the other ones do understand the economy and still want to do the things they're doing and, support welfare state with it, they're just delusional. But, what can I say? That's my opinion. But also I have historical fact backing me, And Ron Paul uses historical facts and facts in general. It's the candidate that uses the most facts, especially when it comes to the economy, which everyone else wants to, put themselves in a little box and pretend they're not living in the real world, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, y'all really need to get involved with your state and local politics, because, for me, I didn't even know that I could go to this precinct convention. So, you should really get involved in this and, tell your friends too, like apparently in Texas, like you can just like if you voted, you can go to the precinct convention. So and be a delegate actually. So that's pretty amazing, really. Um, it was the shirt, highly gangster. Um, let's see, yeah, just get involved with your state and local politics, and it goes for people from every state, not just Texas. You know, I got back from a meeting today. We're probably gonna have another one on Monday, which is March the 3rd. Yeah, so anyone else from Texas, y'all should really see about joining a local meetup group or whatever. So I'm probably gonna be canvassing tomorrow, which means just be calling people who are registered to vote, seeing if they'll vote for Ron Paul and stuff like that. Anyway, it was a pretty good meeting. Got to see, meet up other people who also support Ron Paul, and not just Ron Paul, but it's more about this sound money issues for me. Anyways, that's the big deal. Just people who support liberty in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be Ron Paul, obviously. I mean, not every state has someone named Ron Paul, obviously, right? But you have someone with similar views, hopefully, and so you'll hopefully vote for people with those kind of views. But yeah, it was a pretty good meeting. I felt it was productive. So you all should really see about, meetup.com and so forth, for varying interests and hobbies as well, not just politics. I mean, that's the only kind of group that I joined. But there's also, it was pretty interesting. You can join a lot of different groups, different hobbies and so forth. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it was a good meeting. Got some, hold on. Some newspapers, which I thought were the school newspapers, but it turns out they're Ron Paul newspapers. So that's pretty gangster right there. Got some Slim Jims, as they're called. Oh, yeah, for Ron Paul. Let's see. There you go. There were some other ones that were like, hardcore conservative, but these are mainly for people my age and so forth, more moderate people to appeal to the moderates and so forth. Yeah, because I'm moderate conservative myself, but I don't really sway too far to either side. That's not the way I see it. And it's a pretty good meeting. Got to talk to other people about that sort of stuff, and it was kind of laid back, and it seemed really official, like formal. But it turns out, in Texas, anyways, precinct conventions are actually very informal, because that's like the most localized, level of a convention. And so the further we go along, like county and then state and then national, the more formal it will get. But yeah, so it was a pretty good meeting, and it was pretty gangsta. I was like, get it on the floor, get it on the floor, what? But yeah, sorry, I had to throw some DMX in there. But anyways, it was good stuff. It was good stuff again. Good stuff. It was highly gangsta, so I, highly recommend you guys and girls get involved in this sort of stuff. Meetup groups in general too, if you're just interested in meeting people with different hobbies and stuff. So there you go.